Hey, Seabass 0808. It is Nick Funditis here from Royal LePage Performance Realty. 0808. Is that a date? That's the day I got married, actually. Um, so thanks for all the detail on your situation. I think that everything you put in there gives a lot of context to what you're looking for. And the dilemma that you're having, save now and wait to buy a home or up your budget to buy a nicer home or buy something that's very comfortable to afford now is one that all kinds of people wrestle with. So I think that it is very good that you're asking a question like that, and I think it's instructive to other people who might be going through the same thing regardless of what city they're in. um, a few notes on what you've got here. So number one is just market timing. So you have mentioned, like a looming recession, looming housing crisis, looming housing crash. The thing is, I mean, you don't know, I don't know. Economists have signs of what they think will happen. And I think if you're going to listen to anybody, listen to, economists with the CRA and stuff like that, CMHC, who are not trying specifically to sell you a house. Those would be best sources for what's coming for the economy rather than, say, like, the Globe and Mail or, a realtor who wants to sell you something. Two, we try and give facts on our market updates here, but there's always bias within everything, and I think that CRA, CMHC are pretty good sources for that. But as a layperson, how are you going to time the market? Uh, there's value above and beyond the price of a house in actually owning it, living there, being able to set down your roots. It is, if you buy an investment property, do that completely by the numbers, but let some of that emotion, let some of the life factors be important in your home purchase, because remember, this is the place you're going to live probably for a long time. Even if it's not your forever home, it's going to be one that you live in probably for at least a few years. Risk aversion. I actually do think it's really good that you are risk averse when it comes to money. Not enough people are. People don't save enough for what they have, and then they go spend more than they can really afford. You don't seem to be doing that. But there are some things in your profile there, in your description, that sort of suggest that maybe you can take a little baby steps towards a little bit more risk. The first of these is just your secure employment. So you have a union job. It means you're really secure in knowing what you're going to make in the future. Take the opposite of that. Take a realtor, like technically I don't know what I'm going to be making next month, whereas you have an idea of your wage increases for the years ahead. It also sounds, just the way that you describe it, that your wife has good skills and that she can expect that her growth in her income is going to increase as well, which gives you a good family income. Lenders love that, especially having a unionized employee. Being in Ottawa, where we have a lot of government employees, I can say uh, pretty confidently that lenders really do think that that's an important factor. Um, so you don't have to give yourself quite as much cushion as somebody who doesn't know what they're going to be making next month, or somebody who's in an insecure industry. So, like in Alberta, you never quite know what the oil patch is going to be doing. So you can't take as much risk in those. Although oil patch workers are maybe the best example of people in general. I grew up in Alberta, so I'm saying this with somebody who was from there. Oil patch workers are maybe some of the worst examples. Are people who spend all the money they've got and then can't ride out the ups and downs. Your provincial conservative government, for that matter, same thing. Anyways, secure employment is important for you. Savings. So I truly do mean it when I say congratulations on being a good saver. It's a skill that not enough people have. At this point, when it comes to saving, so the calculation you want to do is, can you save more in a year than you're paying your landlord in terms of rent? So are you actually getting ahead, or are you just paying your landlord, saving as much as you pay your landlord, and sort of pushing the problem of whether you should move or not down the road a year? And B, more than the extra you would need if either mortgage rates went up or if housing prices went up. And you can model this on a spreadsheet pretty easily here. Just figure out what it would cost you. If your price ranges that you're looking at, figure out if that went up 1%, 2%, 3% more. You want to ask somebody local what the Calgary market is doing. I'm not as familiar, but that can be done spreadsheet wise to see whether maybe it makes sense to move now, even if you have to up your budget a little bit. Lenders, if you have a great mortgage broker, awesome. If not, or you're just going by the quote that the person at the bank gave you, I mean, shop around a little bit. Now, it's even if you go with who are the original person you talk to, it does not hurt on the mortgage side of things to go talk to a few lenders. Same thing with realtors. And my question is just, have you been searching? When you say that you have been searching for a home, have you been actively searching with a realtor, or have you been looking on MLS and going to the odd open house? Because there's a big difference in the kind of insight and context you get. I would say for someone who's risk averse, it's a nice thing to go out with a realtor and be able to see homes and then give you context on sort of the potential of the different neighborhoods, the potential of the homes. Somebody who I would say is good with somebody like that sort of context, Brad McCallum. I don't get any money from promoting the guy. I've just been really impressed with what I know of him in Calgary, and so he might be a guy to start if you don't have a realtor yet, or if you're not a fit with your whoever you're currently working with. That's all. Good luck with the search. Finding your first place is exciting. I love just kind of the energy of that, and I wish you and your wife all the best on whatever you find. And I would love an update to find out what you guys eventually find. Take care, and if you have any other questions, you can always shoot me a message. Bye.